You know, we've gotten used to cloth masks, but now the CDC is recommending these masks that you see on your screen right here, the KN95 and the N95 masks. They were used to be seen on, healthcare workers primarily. Joining me now with this reporting here, Washington Post healthcare reporter Rachel Roubein. Rachel, good morning.
Hi, good morning. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, it's great to have you here. So we've seen recently a lot of shifts in the CDC's thinking. I mean, what are their opinions on the mask thing right now?
Yeah, thanks so much for asking. I think what's important to note is the CDC is still actively considering this, which if the CDC does move forward, would be updating its mask guidance to recommend that people wear KN95s or N95 masks, as you noted, the ones that are worn by healthcare professionals, if they can do so consistently. So that would be one of the big key points of that is if people could do so consistently and if they could do so correctly.
Rachel, I want to ask you a little bit. I know a lot of people I've seen recently talking about how 60% of imported K95s in the U.S. are counterfeit. That doesn't feel that good if you're spending your hard-earned money and you're hoping to get that protection. I mean, is there something we can know about how to look for proper, not counterfeit masks, or how we know we're getting the real deal when we spend our money?
That's a great question. As you noted, that the CDC points out on its website that 60% of KN95s are counterfeits, and there's definitely research online that people can do. Now, the N95s, NIOSH tests and looks at the N95 masks. But you're right that is a question over some of the KN95s. So there are some resources out there. But it's definitely something that public health experts just throughout the pandemic have looked at.
I feel like I maybe should have asked this almost first, because I think a lot of us are using these terms, and I got to admit, I don't even know. I mean, what is the difference between an N95 and a KN95 mask?
Yeah, so that is also a great question. So the N95 masks are approved by the National Institute for Occupational Safety and Health. For instance, they're designed to filter up to 95% of particles. KN95s are supposed to meet a comparable standard, but there's, a comparable Chinese standard, but there's no regulatory agency ensuring that, which is what Ann Miller, from the executive director of Project N95, told my colleague, Lena H. Sun, who I reported this story with.
Okay. Rachel Roubein, this is interesting information. We'd love to follow up as, of course, we start to learn more and things may or may not change with the Washington Post this morning. Thanks so much for being with us.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, we've also got Rachel's article, by the way, posted on fox13seattle.com if you want to read more and check that out. Again, thank you.